Good morning. Today we're going to be presenting Mobile Device Basics Android. This is for Android phones and tablets. If you were not able to attend our workshops that we had, we are going to put this on our YouTube channel so you can refer to it here. So I am Beth Smilak with the Jerseyville Public Library, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So today's agenda, we are going to be talking about skill building, navigating your device, getting connected, common apps, helpful settings, tips and tricks, and you'll be able to practice at home if you have your Android device with you and on. That might be a good idea, so you can follow along with me or follow along on your own device. And again, this workshop is specific to Android devices, so we do have an Apple one that is also uploaded to our YouTube channel. You are welcome to pause at any time if you need to catch up to me or if you need to practice something. Feel free to do that. And let's go to the next slide. So I asked everyone at the workshops what brought them to the workshops, but I'm assuming that you're on this video because you want to know more about your Android device, whether you have one or whether you're thinking about getting one. So today's mobile devices can do many of the same things that a traditional computer can do. You can search the internet, access email messages, watch videos, play games, take pictures, listen to music, get directions, and connect with friends and family. So on the left, you're going to see a smartphone. We call them a smartphone because they can connect to the internet and do all those fancy things. It is a mobile telephone that has both cellular and internet access. And smartphones will allow you to make and receive phone calls and text messages because they are connected to the internet. They also can help you share photos, play videos or games, check and send email, and you can browse the web. Now our tablet, which is on the right side, is a portable computer that uses a touch screen. Most tablets are smaller and weigh less than a computer laptop, but are usually bigger and weigh slightly more than a smartphone. Tablets connect to the internet through a Wi-Fi or cellular connection, and we'll talk about those connections a little bit later as well. Now, the primary difference between a mobile device and a computer is the way you get around. Rather than using a mouse or a keyboard, you'll use your fingers to tap, type, scroll, and more. You can also use your voice to help navigate your device. So, what we're showing on this screen here is tapping and swiping. So instead of clicking, like on a keyboard, you would tap with your finger. You would just tap on your keypad to type something or on your app to open it. Once you have apps open or websites, you'll be able to scroll with your finger instead of using your mouse or a pointer, scrolling up or down to get to different things on your screen. So the ports and buttons on your smartphone or your tablet might vary depending on the specific model you're using. In general, phones and tablets have a power button, a volume control, and some of them will have a ring or a silent switch. I know that Apple devices do, but most Android devices don't have that switch. But you'll see on this picture your power button's on the left, your volume controls are on the right. Your phone might look a little bit different than that, but they all have these buttons, and they'll all have a port for you to charge, and those are mostly on the bottom. Smartphones and tablets will have a charging port rather than putting in a battery. It's already built in for you. So as we get started using the phone, the first thing we need to do is unlock the device. The way you do this depends on the Android device you have and the choices you made when you set up your phone. Now, some of you might have had somebody else set up your phone for you, so it'll be however they set it up for you, and hopefully they told you what they did. Some phones allow you to unlock a phone with face recognition. Others use a fingerprint, or you can enter a passcode or a password. And that was set up when you got your phone. Now the home screen has some apps already built in, but you can add more. The top of the screen has a status bar that includes information about your battery percentage, your Wi-Fi, and your cellular connection. Those are up there at the top. You can see this battery is 73%. The navigation buttons are on the bottom. The very, very, very bottom, you'll have the 3 lines When you click that, it'll show you apps that are already open that you can swipe up to close. The middle one is a little sort of a round a square with rounded edges, I'd say, and that's sort of your home button. So whenever you're anywhere on your phone, you want to get back to your home page, you would click that button. And then the one that kind of looks like a little arrow facing to the left is your go back button. Now, when you normally open up your phone, you're going to see something like this, apps that are on the Apps View screen. All Android mobile devices have built-in apps for your convenience. So these phones come with basics like phone, messages, email, internet, camera, maps, clock, calendar, and more. Now your tablets will look very similar to this, but they won't have a phone app on or icon on there. So if you have a mobile device, you can kind of practice along with this. We're going to just show you kind of what those touch gestures look like, tapping and holding. On the left, you see that someone is tapping that particular icon. I think it's the maps, and that's how you would open. Or if you want to select something, you would tap it. So if you want to go ahead and give that a try on your device, you can go ahead and do that. You may already be familiar with this. This is definitely a basics class. To close the app, you would swipe up from the bottom of the screen. And then if you want to tap and hold, you'll get a display of a menu of different options. In this example on the right, if you tap and hold the Merriam-Webster app icon, a menu opens. So you can do different things there. You can add it to your home button. You can uninstall it. This is a place where you would go to do that if you don't want a particular app on your phone. Now swiping up and down from the home page, you can swipe up from the bottom of the screen. That will bring you to the apps view on your phone. And then if you swipe to the right, you would see more apps most likely. Swiping up and down is what you would do to scroll through apps and websites. If you're on your home screen, you can give that a try. You can just swipe up with your finger on the screen to see your apps view. And then left and right to see more apps that you have. Or if you're on a website, that's how you would swipe around to see all of the things on your web page. Okay, our activity, we did this on the workshop, but I'll leave this on the screen for a couple seconds here, and you can always pause it if you'd like and answer these questions for yourself. Okay, so next we're going to talk about common apps. And apps are just applications or programs that are on your phone that can do a bunch of different things. There's like unlimited number of apps that you can get on your phone to do all kinds of different things. They are designed to help you accomplish different tasks. When you turn on your phone and you want to get to the apps view, again, we mentioned swipe up from the bottom of the home screen, and then you should see a screen that looks something like this one. So in this section, I'll introduce and talk about some of the most common apps on Android devices that are shown here on your screen. So you can follow along here, or you can follow along on your own device. So the first one we're going to talk about is the phone app, which if you already have a phone, you've probably used that. So you would just click that button, or tap it rather, and then you will get to a screen that looks something like this. So to make and receive calls, you tapped on the app to open it. When the app opens, you'll see the keypad. You will also see options to go to other screens for recent calls, your contacts, places. That's on the bottom of the screen there. So there are two main ways to make a call. You can tap the contacts icon to select a name listed in your contacts, or you can type a number on the keypad. So we're going to pretend like we tapped contacts, and we're going to choose Mom. And after tapping that contact, you're going to hit the green phone button, which was right there, the green button at the bottom, to make that call. So now we are on the call, and when we're finished talking with Mom, then you just hit the red button to hang up. Now there are some other things on your screen there that you can kind of experiment with. Turning on your speaker, you can click the message if you want to send a message while you're in your call. Now if a call is coming in, you'll see it at the top of this screen, It looks like Mom is calling us. It says there's an incoming call, so we have two choices up there on the top. You can either click the green answer button, or you can decline the call, and then it will go to voicemail. All right, so next we're going to talk about messages, which are also known as texts. A lot of people text nowadays and don't even make calls anymore. So that is the icon there for messages. Yours might look a little bit different. It might have like a speech bubble on it, but it'll typically say messages. So if we tapped on that, I'm going to catch up to you on my other screen here. You'll see your current conversations. You can use the search box to search all of your text messages, which is kind of up there toward the top under messages. You'll see a little icon there that looks like a magnifying glass. That's to search all through your text messages. If you want to start a new conversation, you would tap that blue button that's toward the bottom, the kind of bigger one with the little dots on it, and then you would be able to make some different choices of tapping out a number from scratch or getting into your contacts. If you just if you type a cell phone number in there, it'll take you straight to that cell phone, and then you can type your message out. And then when you're ready to send your message, there'll be a little, I don't have a picture for it, but there'll be like a little arrow, blue arrow that you would click, and that's how you would send your message. All right, we're jumping now to emails. Let me catch up to you guys. There we go. That's your email. It's got a little picture of a letter there, and that's what you would tap to get into your emails. Now, if you want to read or send email, you will have had to, well, with Androids, you set up a Gmail account to get an Android phone, so you will have a Gmail account. But you can set up other accounts for mail, such as Yahoo, etc., and that's in the Settings app. We're not going to go through those steps, but it's helpful for you to know that you can add email accounts from almost any email provider using the Settings app. So when we open that email app, you'll see that there's an inbox that you can click to read your emails, and then you'll also have choices there after you click inbox to send a message. Again, these are very basic instructions. If you guys need extra help, you are always welcome to come to the library, and we kind of bring your phone with you, and we can kind of help you walk through things. Sometimes if you think it's going to take a little bit longer, you're welcome to give us a call and make an appointment with us, so we'll make sure that we have plenty of time to help you. So now we're jumping to Internet, which is that icon there. The Internet browser, if you want to search the web from your phone, you would tap that icon. In this instance, we went up to the top where the address bar is, and we typed in jerseyvillelibrary.org. It works similar to a web browser on a computer. You can search the web or visit a website. If you just want to search for libraries, you would just type up there in that top address bar, libraries in my area or something like that, and then it will show you similar to a website, and then you would just tap on the particular site that you wanted to visit. And now once you're here, you will be swiping up in order to see the rest of that particular web page. All right, next we're jumping to camera. This is another popular one because you've always got it in your pocket. You can take it out and take pictures and video whenever you want. So that's the camera icon. So once you click that, you are going to get a screen that looks similar to this. And that apparently that person is in that beautiful setting right there and wanted to take a picture of that. So once you are ready to take your picture and you've got it all framed up the way you want it, you would just click that shutter button at the bottom that's under photo, and then you would be able to take your picture. There's menus across the top that allow you to change the camera settings. You can turn the flash on or off. You can set a timer. You can change the aspect ratio, add a filter. We're getting kind of advanced now. But you can always take your phone out and just experiment. You can always delete the photos you don't like. So if you can see in this particular picture, there is another shutter button that's kind of floating around there to the right. I have an Android device that does not have that, but my coworker has one that does have that, and it's kind of a neat feature because you can actually move it. So if you want to turn your phone sideways, but you can't really reach that button that's under photo, you can move that other one to different locations and use the shutter. It's kind of a neat little feature, but only if your phone happens to have that. After you take a picture, you'll see down there in the lower left-hand side is the picture of the picture. You can click on that right then and there if you'd like, and you would be able to do different things with your photo. You'll get to a screen that looks like this. You can favorite, put it in your favorites. You can share it. Let's see, next to the little heart, which is favorites, is like an edit button. So that's if you want to edit your picture. Maybe you want to get some of the sky out of there or bring the bottom up or something, you can do that. The icon next to that with the little circles and the lines is the share button. So you'd be able to click that, send it to an email or a text or something like that. You're also able to do those things in your gallery view where all your photos live. So those are just a few of the things that you can do with your camera. So let's see what's next here. Okay, when you want to find an address or get directions, you will tap on the maps, which I don't have a little arrow there, but it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3 lines down, third one over. That's the maps app. So you would tap on that and then you would get a screen similar to this. At the top, you would just search for, say, restaurants near me, or you could type in the Jerseyville Public Library. In this case, they searched for Chicago Public Library, but we searched for the Jerseyville Public Library since that's where we are. And then you'll see that there's a button for directions. That colorblind, blue button says directions, and you would click that, and then it would type out or give you a whole list of directions to follow. If you are out and about and you have your data that you're using on your phone, it can be like a live direction similar to a GPS. Either a data plan or if you're connected to Wi-Fi, it'll kind of walk you through. Turn right here, turn left here, etc. It might ask you to give permission to access your location, and in this instance that is perfectly fine because it needs to find you, so it can tell you how to get to where you want to go. Okay, so next we have, I got to get caught up again on my other slide. So these are different apps that you can download on your phone, just categories. There's games, there's streaming video, streaming music, health and fitness, weather. I have an app for health and fitness. Will track my walking, will track the food that I eat. I'm sure my son has tons of games on his phone. You can access the weather. Lots and lots of different categories that you can download apps. You can get Netflix, Hulu on your phone if you have those subscriptions. But here are a couple of apps that you are able to use with your library card. If you have a library card with the Jerseyville Public Library, you can download these apps: Libby, Hoopla, Canopy, Cloud Library, Freagle Music, and our kind of newest app is the Share app, which is your library account. You can hold books on that. You can check when your books are due. You can ask it to renew. It's a pretty cool app if you're interested in that one. But anyway, you would just go to the Play Store, which we're going to explain in a second here, and then you would type in Libby, etc., and then you would download it. So you can get ebooks, audiobooks, magazines, comics, TV, movies, all on your phone. Pretty cool. So how you get to those apps is you would go to the Play Store. Again, I don't have a little arrow on that one. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines down, and the third one over, it says Play Store. And that's where you would tap to download apps. As you see on this screen, this is kind of similar to what you're going to see on the Play Store. It'll give you some recommendations, etc., but you'll most likely go to the top up there where it says Search for Apps, and you can browse all kinds of categories. There's just a lot of things to do on that Play Store. You're welcome to just flip around and try it. But in this case, they searched for dictionary. So there's all kinds of dictionaries listed here. You're welcome to click on them, and then you can see their reviews and see if it's one that you really want to download. In this case, I think they're going to choose Dictionary Merriam-Webster in this program. And then, as you'll see, kind of toward the middle-ish, there is a green Install button. And that is how you would download your app. If it says install, you're good to go. That's a free app, no charge. If you see a $sign on there, then you're going to know that there is a cost for that. But most likely you can find an app for free for whatever you're looking for. So once you click that, then it is going to install onto your phone. You'll see it on the end of your icons. It'll be there. And then if you hold it down, then you'll get this little pop-up that'll show up where you can move it to different locations or you can uninstall it. Say that's not really the one you wanted. Then you would just click that or tap that uninstall, and then it would come off of your phone altogether. The icon would be gone and the program would be completely off of your phone. So that is how you download apps. So our next activity, I'll just leave this on the screen for a couple seconds for you. You can always pause it and read through these and make sure that you know how to do all these things. You can go back, rewind, and check again. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how you need to be connected to a cellular or wireless network on your mobile devices to be able to access the internet and make calls. To connect your phone to a cellular network, you need to have a service plan with a cellular service provider, which you most likely have when you got your phone. If you have a cellular plan, your phone will connect to the network automatically everywhere that your cellular plan has coverage, so out and about. You'll know when you're connected to the cellular network when you see the cell phone signal symbol, which is the one on the left, and then those bars will indicate how strong the connection is. And it'll work even if you've got one bar, it'll pretty much work, but it's better if you have more. And another way you can connect your phone or tablet to the internet is connecting to a Wi-Fi network. That's what's showing on the right side with all those little roundy signal symbols. All smartphones and tablets can connect to the internet using Wi-Fi. Now, many businesses, libraries, other public places offer free Wi-Fi. You can use these public Wi-Fi networks while you visit these locations. Sometimes you may need a password to access the internet. So if you want to connect your Android phone to a Wi-Fi network in your home, you'll need to sign up with an internet provider at your home. Like locally here we have Grafton Technologies. You can use Sparklight. They'll come into your home and put a Wi-Fi device in there, and then you would be able to access the internet through Wi-Fi, and it will not use the data on your phone. Now, this was our hotspot that we used during our presentation, so you won't need to worry about that. But if you wanted to find a Wi-Fi connection, you would go to Settings, and let's see, let me go back here. If you look at the 4th line down, the first icon there on the left is your settings. It looks like a little gear. That's where you're going to go for changing a lot of settings all the settings on your phone. So if you clicked on Settings, the first line up there is Connections. It says Wi-Fi. So you would click on that, and then you would see a list of available networks. And as you'll see, some of them are open, and one of them, that one that says My Wi-Fi, has a little lock on it, and that means you're going to need a password for that. Okay. So just a few things to remember. Once you clicked on that Wi-Fi network, then you'd be on the internet, and otherwise it'll ask for your password, and then you would click in the password, type in the password, and then you would be connected to the internet. Now, networks without a lock, as I mentioned, are public. They don't need a password, and sometimes there'll be an agreement they'll want you to sign. We actually have one here at the library that just says you're going to not do anything bad on the internet. You click it, and then you'd be able to access the Wi-Fi. Let me go back for a second, and you'll see if you look up at the very, very top, that status bar, the way you're going to know you're on the Wi-Fi is that little symbol that looks like the little half circle-y things that are getting bigger at the top. That's how you're going to know that you are on Wi-Fi. Hang on a second here. Okay, so a few tips about Wi-Fi security. You need to make sure you trust a network before connecting. That's important. Like if you're at the library or something, you're pretty much going to know that your Wi-Fi is pretty safe. But we still ask you not to really send private information over public Wi-Fi networks. If you're at home, it's okay to, jump on your bank and check your account, etc. But if you were, say, at McDonald's, you might not want to open up your bank app and transfer funds or anything, because there are hackers out there that hang around places like that that might be able to access your information. If you send personal information, you need to make sure the website is secure and has HTTPS in front of it. That's a little bit more advanced, I think, for this particular class. So if you have questions about that, you can call us and let us know. If you do have a home network, like Grafton Technologies or Sparklight come in to set up a network for you at home, you definitely need to set up a password for that so people can't access that, like sitting out in front of your driveway or something. Okay, there are also other settings on your phone for security, privacy, and accessibility. And in these settings, you can view and change sounds, accessibility features, display features, software updates, and more, all going to be under settings there. So one of the first things that we talked about was setting up a passcode. If you haven't already set up a passcode, you would do that here. Here we go. So we found, let's see if we went back here. I don't see it on there. But anyway, you would find lock screen would be one of those choices, and then there's different choices there. Screen lock type, pin number, etc., etc. You would just tap on that and then just follow the directions. There's many different ways to set up a pin or a passcode. It's important in case your phone is ever lost or stolen that nobody else can get on there and get to your private things. Pin or passcode. Lock screen, we just talked about that. There's Face ID, fingerprint down there, and it'll just walk you through. Okay, accessibility settings are very important, especially as we get older. We might need to have our font a little bit bigger, or our phone to be a little bit louder, or we can change the contrast or the display color of the screen. You can enhance the touch interactions. Can be like when you touch it, it'll vibrate so you can feel it a little bit better. And you would go to settings again, and then you would cursor down till you found accessibility. And this one, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 down. It's got the little green person there, accessibility. And that is the way that you would access accessibility. There's voice assistant on there to get spoken guidance to navigate your device without needing to see the screen. You can change your text size. There's contrast and display colors. You can adjust the audio settings. You can enhance or change the touch interactions. All of that is through the accessibility section on your phone. Okay, well, you probably can't ask me any questions over this, but you are definitely welcome to rewind, watch it again, pause it, call the library if you have any questions. We sure appreciate you listening to this. And so today, hopefully you have learned a little bit more about navigating your device, getting connected to Wi-Fi, identifying common apps, identifying helpful settings, and you've learned useful tips to connect to Wi-Fi and use your device safely. So today's training was provided by AT&T, the Public Library Association, and the Jerseyville Public Library. If you want to learn more about the library, you can go to our website there, jerseyvillelibrary.org. And the other website on this page is very, very helpful, digitallearn.org. There are more courses on there that'll build confidence using technology of all kinds. There's computer basics, internet basics, there's some Facebook instructions, etc. And it walks you through with a nice video where there's a person on there kind of showing you how to do things. So that is a really cool website. You should definitely check it out. So we did have a drawing for a tablet for the people that attended our workshop, but it's already been given away. Sorry about that. So if you are interested in any of the following opportunities, Internet Basics, Email Basics, Computer Basics, Tablet Basics, Facebook Basics, we are going to try to do at the library a workshop every month. So you can email us if there's a certain particular one that you're interested in. You can call us. You can instant message on Facebook and just let us know if there are any of these particular ones or other technology workshops that you would be interested in. So thank you guys so much. We sure appreciate it and hope you enjoyed this.